I've been investing in real estate for over 3 years now, and while there are like a bajillion ways to find deals and market for yourself, if I were to go back in time and start from the very beginning, I'm gonna share with you exactly what I would have done just by working with my strengths. It's not like a guide for you of like what you should do, because everyone has different strengths, everyone has different tendencies, and if I were to go back in time, this is what I would do personally. Also, if you're new to the channel, my name's Justin Yearong, and I've helped hundreds of people make money in real estate. So before I begin, let me just be very clear. When I'm talking marketing, I'm talking about ways that you can find deals, find and source deals. That's what I'm talking about. Like, this is the marketing advice for any new real estate investor. So the first thing that I would have done if I were to restart from scratch, and this is actually what I did do, but just not super well, I would have gone hard at finding deals on the MLS. Now, lots of reasons why I'm saying this. A lot of investors actually hate the MLS and hate finding deals on the MLS, but there are deals to be found on the MLS in any market. Whatever market it is, yes, some markets are harder to find deals on the MLS, and I'm talking about like when we're in a seller's market versus buyer's market, but MLS deals are always there to be found. And if you don't know what the MLS is, it's basically called the multiple listing service, which is where all the realtors go to list properties. So it's like the eBay for houses. Like, that's the MLS, it's the market. What I would have done, or let me start, this is what I did do. When I first started, I was in college. I was like, I don't know, I was like 20 at the time, like as I was starting my real estate investing journey. I would offer on probably like, I'd make an offer a day, or at least I'd try to, or I'd analyze a deal a day, that's what I'd say. And I'd probably make an offer once a week with my realtor. So I got a realtor at the time. I started making offers once a week. I'd analyze a deal every day. And really, I should have been offering on all of the homes I analyzed, no matter how low the offer price was. But what I did do is, if I felt like I was kind of close to what their asking price was, then I'd make the offer just because I felt like they'd be able to accept. But what I should have done, like even if I was $100,000 off of what they're asking, I still should have been making the offer. And if I were to go back in time, I just would have made so many more offers and analyzed so many more deals to find and like accelerate my process. But at the time, I was just getting started. I was doing it on my own. Like, I didn't really know what I was doing. And going back, I would have made a game plan to try to make at least 5 offers every single weekday when I was just starting on the MLS. So I wouldn't have honestly even needed a realtor at the time, but although I didn't know anything about real estate, so it makes sense that I did get a realtor. But if I knew what I knew now, I would not have gotten a realtor at first. I would have just looked at the MLS, found every single property under my criteria, which at the time it still is. It's a single family home in Fresno, California. And I would have gone every single home on the MLS, analyzed the deal, crunched the numbers, made my offer. Crunched the numbers, made my, I would have offered every single home out there, and I would have made it myself at the beginning. So actually, would I have if I were to go, okay, I'm thinking too much, but if I were to go back and it was just me, I would have reached out to all the agents, the listing agents for the homes that are listed, and I would send them a text saying, hey, would your seller consider or entertain an offer of $100K for 123 Main Street, whatever the address is, whatever your offer price is. And I would do that, and I would follow up with them every single month if they said no, until that home got sold to someone else or got sold to me. So that's exactly what I would have done, because that's what I do now, and it works. So I wish I did that at the beginning, but honestly, like, I'm not gonna beat myself up for it because I didn't know. Like, I wasn't 3 years into the business. I didn't get mentorship or coaching at the time. It was just me. So that's what I would have done, because that's a strength of mine. It's working, especially in my market in Fresno. A lot of investors hate the MLS. So that's my opportunity to sneak in there and get all the deals that no one else wants, essentially. And they're still good deals. Maybe they're a little bit tighter than if I were to find it off market, but they're still great deals overall. So that's the first thing I would have done. The second thing I would have done is I would have gone hard at social media. It's funny actually, 18, 19 years old, I was considering making a YouTube channel for fitness. And I wish I did, because if I did, I would have been so much farther ahead in my YouTube and social media journey now if I started like years ago. But I wish I even talked about my real estate stuff at the time on YouTube, but I didn't really have the confidence, because I felt so new to this thing of real estate that I'm like, who would listen to me? And I was probably right, like no one would really listen, but maybe a few people would listen, and the few people would translate to a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more to where I would have a much bigger audience today. So the reason why I'm pushing social media so hard is that social media, for like regarding real estate itself and finding deals, it's brought me at least $60,000 to $70,000, like social media itself, for translating into getting real estate deals. And that's not it's not money to laugh at. Like it's money that's actually been able to change my life because of social media. Now, how it works is essentially I make a lot of real estate educational videos. I build myself up as an authority online to teach real estate investing. And I'm not here to tell you like I'm not the greatest investor ever, but I can darn sure teach someone to get from 0 to 1 and from 1 to 10. But if you're asking me to get from 10 to 1,000, I don't know, I haven't done that yet. So I'm gonna teach what I know and how I've done it, things that I've learned. And from there, people like start to trust me. And the people that do trust me or that are in my market, they'll often reach out to me. They're wholesalers, are like, hey, like, if I find a deal, will you be willing to partner with me, or can I sell it to you, or like, can you help me out so I can learn? And that's how I get most of my social media deals. It's mostly wholesalers who are new, who just want to get started and to learn, and they want to partner with me, whether I buy their deal from them, where they can wholesale it to me, or if we just partner the wholesale together, or we can flip it together. Like, there's a lot of different ways, but most people just want to learn, which I absolutely love, because that's the mentality that I had when I was just getting started. When I was just getting started, I had a mentor at first, and like I barely earned anything with him, but I learned so much. It was so invaluable. And honestly, I would not be here today with the knowledge I have without him. So without taking that leap of, you know, being willing to take less or earn less just to learn, it's hard to progress fast, I will say. You know, you can accelerate your learning with a good mentor, and that's what I did. And ever since, I've just been going hard at the social media. That's been allowing me to make more money with this real estate thing. So those are the first two things, MLS, social media. Now, the next thing that I would have done is I would have also gone hard at building my relationships with wholesalers. So the model I have right now in my real estate investing business, I do a lot of flipping. So I actually buy the houses. Sometimes I'll wholesale, but I'd say right now I'm flipping more houses than I am wholesaling them. So with that same model, starting out, I wish I did this, and I do this today, is I work on my relationships with the wholesalers in my market. So every single month, I'm just checking up with all the wholesalers I know, and I'm just saying, hey, like, how are things going? Like, anything I can help with to like help your business, any things that you're struggling with that I can help, or maybe connect you with someone, and just being there, and also letting them know, hey, like, you know, I'm looking for deals too. If you have any deals, like, send them to me, the guy who's been helping you for months and months. And I get deals that way too. It's also a matter of like reaching out and connecting to finding new wholesalers every single day, and trying your best to just like go to meetups, connecting with people on social media in your market, so they can find more deals, because deals can be found from relationships alone. And I want you to realize something, that with all the stuff that I'm explaining right now, is that this stuff that the MLS, social media, relationships with wholesalers, this is all free stuff. This is free marketing. Like, you can find deals in free ways and not just paid ways. Like, I've done cold call marketing as well, where I've had to pay virtual assistants to help me cold call, lead managers, and it's worked. But I've just seen like the return that you get from free marketing it's literally infinite, because if you make $100,000 off $0, it's like, that's an infinite return. And if I was starting out, to go back in time, like, I didn't have that much money. So that's what I would have done. I would have gone the free route, and I'm assuming if you're watching this, you might not have a lot of money sitting in the bank, like 100,000 or $1 million. I'm assuming you don't have that much money in the bank, which, you know, therefore this might be a really good way for you to start marketing. Now, again, I want to explain that this is not me directing you to do exactly this. This is just what I did, and this is what I would have done. So hopefully that helps. And if it did help, if you want help to grow your real estate investing business, I want you to click on the link in the description for a free strategy session. Peace.